Welcome, I am the best Super Hog player, and I got 320 on 2 accounts for the last 2 days, basically with my eyes closed. Now, right now, I have 2 accounts in Champs1 Clan War League, and I'll be going through exactly my thought process and how I dismantle bases like they're newborn babies. Not sure what that means. So this is the first base. Now you have 30 seconds to prep your attack before you fail and start crying. So main thing you need to look out for is Clan Castle here and important defenses such as Spitters, Ricochet Cannon, and also Town Hall. So you never want to really charge the Town Hall in this situation, and you want to be able to pull the CC with your heroes. So immediately I see that I can either charge my RC into here or here. Now I rather charge into here because this multi right here, because a queen is stupider than a RC. Well, they both have a combined IQ of about 5. So, and then log launcher value here. Look at this beautiful line created for us: monolith, flame spinner, and multi-archer tower. And you just drop an earthquake and a log launcher on the top here, and it's destroyed. And yeah, you can put your king in there, and your king will take out this whole middle section. Then you can hog the rest. And that's the 30-second plan. Once again, I'll show you some more specific pro tips as we get into it. Obviously, I am the pro here. And as you saw, I put my RC there. Put your invis at 256. And yeah, you kind of just drool at your screen and wait for your RC to go, and you just follow her with the invises. There's some bombs, no problem. Once again, my RC is jacked. She's actually a professional bodybuilder, so, you know, even though we're running into all the bombs, that's not a problem. Now, right after here, we're going to pick her up. We don't want the Fox to die if possible. And we're going to drop the Earthquake because the Poison Tower was 1 HP. As you can see here, now we're going to use the Log Launcher with our Queen. And they're going to run it down the middle, just like that. And we're going to put our King with an Ice Golem. And the Queen is going to push the King inside. Watch this. We're getting back shots from the Minion Prince, which is not a problem. It's kind of annoying though, but it all goes according to plan. Our king walks inside, and never mind, he's gonna walk outside. I lied. So we're just gonna pop his ability to make sure they all go inside. We're also gonna have to preemptive poison here. Make sure to remember, preemptive poison, what does that stand for? PP. So whenever you attack, make sure to keep PP in mind. Not the weird type of PP, but like the poison. Anyways, we're going to send the hogs from this side because we're getting free tanking from the giant. And also the king and queen there. Now that we're approaching the king, we're going to send in a headhunter in there to give him back shots. And we're going to click the warden ability when our hogs are super duper low. You see this? We even let some of them die. And I'm gonna ice block my RC so she doesn't get too far ahead of our Hog Riders. From here, we have a freeze to use to keep our RC alive. That's the most important part. So we're gonna freeze that to keep her alive. Notice how I didn't freeze the Ricochet Cannon, because who cares about the Ricochet Cannon? What we care about is getting our RC to safety. Once again, the RC is a very fragile lady, and she doesn't have a lot of HP. So you have to make sure to protect her. Always protect your woman. Smash like for more life advice. Anyways, this is the first attack, and as you saw, pretty standard. Anyways, let's get into our next attack. I actually don't remember any of these attacks I did, so I'm going to be analyzing them live and see what I do. So for this type of base, I think I just charge this section very easy here. As you see here, queen is here, RC is here, charge the queen, she's dumber. It's easier to charge a king than it is to charge a minion prince. Minion prince is the hardest to charge. Please stay away from that. It's so annoying. So charge this bomb tower here, and then we're going to send the logs down here. We're going to earthquake the clan castle, so it's going to hit all that. Then we're going to send our king inside, break him in. When he gets here, he's going to hit all that juicy stuff. See all this nonsense down here? Boom! It's gone. In a blink of an eye, the king just takes it out. And yeah, that's going to be the strategy. And we're going to have to use Warden ability up here in this area. So we're in this type of base, we're going to have to use the freeze. I mean, the hell am I saying? We're going to have to use the heal earlier so we can save the Warden ability for the back end here. We're going to get a partial CC pull. And so we're just going to pull it to the side and poison it, basically. And then, instead of staring at your poison, like some autistic person, shout out to autistic people, we're very inclusive on the channel. But, yeah, we're just going to put down our Queen and Log Launcher here. Put down our Ice Golems here with our King. We're going to Earthquake all that juiciness as planned. And send the Headhunter for that Queen. As you see, the Queen has some exclamation marks on her head, which means she is a bit excited. So we're going to have to make her take out the excitement from her a little bit. Kind of just put her to sleep. But we had to pop our Queen ability there. I'm going to invest in Viz because we're going to get the what's it called? The cannon. And once we're in the core, we can rage and use the King ability to take all that out. Now we're going to send the Hogs from this side. As you see, this scatter shot is being distracted. You don't want to wait too long. You just want to wait a little bit. You don't want to just stay at your screen like a mouth breather. You know, you want to put your Hogs when they're getting free tanking. Now we can use our Warden ability here. We can set some extra Headhunters. I sent 3 Headhunters under the Warden ability to take care of these very problematic heroes. And we can also ice block this pack of Hog Riders to distract all these defenses while our RC cleans up. We still have the RC ability and a heal, and this base is done. Let me speed it up so you don't have to fall asleep now. And yeah. Let's move on to our next attack. To be honest, in Clan War Leagues, I just picked the highest bases that haven't been hit yet or marked yet. So for this base, immediately what I see in 30 seconds, Clan Castle here. The most problematic heroes, King and Minion Prince, are here. Poison Towers here, and some defenses here. So immediately I can know to either charge into this. I'm probably going to charge down here. I actually don't even remember what I did in this attack. And then send log launchers from this side to take out this. Drop an Earthquake here, as the heroes need to take out the Clan Castle, and then we can hog up here and wrap around the base. So we'll see what we do here. I'm honestly kind of curious as well because of short-term memory loss, I guess. Oh, are we going to do something? Hello, Vincent. Speed it up. Never mind. I decided to go for the other side. To be honest, I should have went for the cannon here, because the cannon is a higher value target than the multi-archer. The multi-archer is kind of like a decoration anyways. We're just going to pop the RC, and nothing goes to plan here. As you see, my RC actually runs around. So here is where you have to use your big brain. As you already know, I have a humongous brain, so we're just going to have to adapt. Even though our RC got totally baited by the Tesla and kind of didn't get anything. What the hell did she even get? A Fire Spitter? A Poison Tower? She didn't even get a Fire Spitter. She got a Poison Tower and a Multi-Archer Tower, which are probably the 2 worst defenses to get. So once again, we're going to send our Queen right here to funnel our King in. Now we're going to use the Log Launcher with our King, because you always want to use the Log Launcher from a corner. That's where it gets most value. We're going to drop an Earthquake right here. We're going to shake him up, and he won't know what hit him. As you see here, make sure to hit as many defenses as possible. The Earthquake has a very big radius. We're going to drop a Headhunter, because these heroes here are very big problems. Let me just leave it at that. And now we're going to send the Hogs down here, because once again, we're going to rage on our Yetis here, because we want to take out all these defenses here. As you see, these raged Yeti Mites are going to clear all that for us. And now, I lied again. We're going to send the Hogs up here, because our Queen is going to be able to deal with some of those defenses down there. And once again, you want to be very patient with your Warden ability. You want to wait for your hogs to be almost to the point of death. You want to edge your hog riders, not in a weird way, but just wait until they're very low. And now, if your hog riders run out the ability, you can ice block and heal them, as you saw there. In most bases, you want to use your warden ability before you use your heal. There's not a lot of instances where you want to use your heal before the warden ability, because the healing tome lasts for 21 seconds, which is basically your entire hog portion. As you see here, we still have a swagged freeze, despite getting Diddy trapped by Mr. Crimson Hawk here. In 30 seconds, I see a Crusher Morty here, so we're just going to go here. I do not care if there's a Tornado Trap here. I really don't care. I don't care how many bombs there are here. We're just going to charge this with our RC. We have the haste vial. We're going to drop an Earthquake on all of that. And we're going to send our heroes into the Town Hall and pop a King when he's around here, so they get pushed into these two Fire Spitters. And the Clan Castle, we can send our Hogs up here. One ability around this Rage Tower. And let me stop yapping, and you can see how it's done. Can I drop the RC now, Vincent? Hurry up, hurry up. I'm getting impatient now. Alright. So we drop the RC here. We're going to drop an Earthquake early. As you see here, we hit basically the Vietnamese jungle traps. We hit like Teslas, we hit bombs, we hit tornadoes, everything. The whole 9 yards. So we're just going to have to use our invis. You want to make sure that you don't use your haste until you get over the tornado. Now we pick up our RC. We're going to quickly drop our Queen and Log Launcher. You saw how fast that was. You can just tell my fingers are absolutely, you know, legendary. Not sure what that means, but, you know, we'll go with it. And once again, the RC here is getting a little bit too excited. So we're going to put her to sleep immediately with a Headhunter. Good night. And we're going to funnel this top section out so my king doesn't go for a walk around the base. That's never good. We're going to poison the Super Dragon, the Ice Golem. And we're going to send a Headhunter for the king, because the king is also getting too excited, so we're going to have to take him out. Now, according to plan, our troops are going to move into this Fire Spitter section, and immediately I can start the Hogs. I don't want to wait too long. I don't want to mouth breathe and stare at my screen. I just want to send the Hogs in immediately. I'm going to send some additional Hogs to support from the top side, and once my Hogs are low, I'm going to invest the Warden ability. I'm going to rage all that up so they're nice, juicy, and big. And as you see here, my queen is an absolute boss. She soloed the Minion Prince. She took out the hell do you call it? The Monolith. And we still have 4 housing space worth of spells. Look at this. It's absolutely beautiful. We don't even need to use them. We have a heal, we have a freeze, and we have an ice block. So, we're just going to swag that because you always have to assert dominance in your opponent's mind. And that way, you win the mental game. You know, this game is all mind games anyways. And yeah, that's a pretty easy triple right there. Once again, all of these were max spaces. Looking at the space in 30 seconds, a bunch of high priority defenses here, because I don't want to charge my Hogs into these heroes. So I'm going to send my RC into here. Don't care if she gets baited. Take out all this, pull the CC, and then send our heroes into this bottom section. I'd rather not charge the Crusher Mortar with my heroes because that thing hits like a dump truck. It is, you're gonna blink and your queen's gonna die. So, let me just speed this up again. RC goes in here. I pop the RC ability immediately because nobody puts Tornado Traps on the very outer base. So that's just the safest way to use the Haste Vial. Don't wait until she's inside the base to pop it, or else you're gonna run into a Tornado Trap. That's happened to me way too many times. So here we're going to double cycle, which means you put your invis at 8 and 3. One of those time is 8 or 3. And yeah, we're going to take this out. We're not going to be greedy monkeys. We're just going to recall her. We're going to pull these ice golems to a corner, put them in timeout, make sure that they're nice and isolated so we can gas them up with the poison. We're going to drop a Valkyrie. Hello, can we... Yeah, we're going to drop a Valkyrie for that. And we're going to immediately send the log launchers from this corner. as you see, you want to make sure you can line it up with as many defenses as possible. So the log launcher can just, like, hit everything. We hit the earthquake on everything here. That was so juicy, once again. And we're going to send in a headhunter because the king is too excited. And yeah, our king is going to go inside after this, hopefully. And once again, we send another headhunter for the minion prince, which just gets instantly sniped. But that's alright, it still died. Now, we're going to send the hogs immediately here because this king is tanking all these defenses. Right? So we're just going to send them in here. Don't wait too long. Now here, my mini warden gets targeted by the RC. For some reason, my mini warden decided that he didn't want to live anymore, which kind of sucks. Because now, my hogs were missing so much HP. The mini warden really gives your hogs a lot of HP. So I had to use an early ice block plus heal combination so they didn't get blasted. My queen is going to take out the town hall. On these type of bases, you want to make sure your heroes can take out the town hall. And now we have to warden ability because we ran into all the bombs in the world. My warden ability is going to expire as soon as we hit the Giga Bomb, which is very typical behavior for my grumpy old warden who never likes to listen and always does his own thing. But yeah, we managed to clutch it up despite some small setbacks here. And it's relatively easy despite our mini warden dying, despite our king walking out instead of going in, and my warden having 5 brain cells. So yeah, this base is done for, and I hope you learn how to use the perfect spells timings to make your hogs survive, to keep your RC alive, and always look for log launcher value. Make sure to RC charge the most problematic sections, and then send your king in between your queen. You want to use your queen to funnel your king. That's very important. Or else your fucking king is gonna walk around like a lost man, and he's gonna start begging for food, and yeah, just send him inside. Anyways, I hope you learned, and have a great day. Bye bye.